Welcome, prisoner. I see you've already been made comfortable. I hope the wrist cuffs on the chair don't chafe too badly. And how is the binding around your neck? Yes, it's attached to the back of the chair. You should be able to move your head just slightly to the left and to the right. Could you try moving your head for me? Good. I am the curator. It is my job to assess those that come into the care of our operation. I utilize a set of skills to ensure we receive a strong understanding of your worth, so that we may find a proper buyer for you. Please consider this an honor. I do not waste my time on those that do not show some level of value. I would dare say that you've shown enough in the initial process that it was worth my time to come and survey you myself. Because of this, so long as your initial processing was not a fluke, you are guaranteed a life away from the mines. At the very least. Congratulations. Now, I am always personally involved when someone comes into our business showing signs of innate magic. For some races, this is always a reasonable assessment. For others, it comes as a rather pleasant surprise. I am very, very pleased to see that you're showing signatures of sporadic energy influxes. This is a common trait that we see when a prisoner comes in whose power is drained irregularly by our spells. A sign of promise. You should already be well acquainted with the crystals all around this place. They help to draw out energy from the body. We want to keep our guests here calm, tame. Not everyone arrives in the most pleasant of moods, you understand. And it's such a waste to lose a prisoner who shows such promise, just because they're a little harder to keep in line. But I digress. You have shown clear indications of magical ability, and I'm here to help draw them out and ensure we receive a proper selling price for you. I want this visit between the two of us to be as quick and painless as absolutely possible. Unlike many of the guards here, I don't enjoy bloodshed. I try to begin these lessons by helping you to understand what I want and how you can help provide what I want. I hurt you only when you do not obey. And fortunately, in this session, things will be kept relatively simple. I will be bringing out a series of colored stones. These stones will be laying before you on this table here. You will not be able to touch them. That will not matter. These stones will help me to assess you as I ask you a series of questions. If you lie to me, I will know. if I find the lie undesirable, you will be harmed. If you provide half-truths, which I know you will, these stones will help me understand whether or not I'll pursue that half-truth further. You will not be harmed by telling a half-truth. It is in our nature to hide things when we are in situations such as this. You will be harmed if I decide to ask you further about a half-truth, and you lie to me. Do you understand? Good. As we begin, I will be casting a series of spells on you. These spells will apply certain effects on your mind. You will sometimes feel pressure behind your eyes. Sometimes you will feel a migraine coming on, and then a sharp pain that refuses to go away. Other times you will feel elation and something close to happiness. The negative effects arrive when you do not follow my requests. The positives are provided when you continue to comply. So, these are resonance stones. They glow certain colors when I ask certain questions, and you provide certain answers. I will not go into further detail. Please keep in mind that while we are on two very different sides of the coin, what I do today is not only for the benefit of my benefactors, it is for your benefit as well. Knowing your abilities, what you can and cannot do, allows us to find the correct buyer. Someone worthy of you. If you choose to hide something and I do not notice, you run the risk of being provided to a buyer who is not worthy of you. And that buyer may mistreat you. I'm going to begin. These questions will start off easy and slowly increase in difficulty. This will allow the spells currently being quietly cast upon you to take effect for the next portion of our interview. Please answer as truthfully as possible. Some of these may not have a correct answer. In these cases, answer as honestly as possible to your natural inclination. What is your name? Where were you when we first found you? What were you doing? How long ago were you brought here? Good, good. You're answering well so far. The resonance stones are indicating that you are showing very little resistance to these questions. Please continue in this fashion, even when they grow increasingly more difficult to answer. What were you doing for a living before you were brought here? What region are you originally from? What races are you a part of? Think carefully on that one. Your bloodline is very important and will be brought up again at a later date. Good. What do you know about this place? Who told you this information? A half-truth already. Interesting. But we won't pursue that. Ever found yourself somewhere you don't remember going? Have you ever experienced blackouts? Times where you were going about your day and you suddenly awoke hours later with no memory? Are you sure of this? Thank you. Have you been in a life-threatening situation and made it out as if by a miracle? Have you ever woken up with a random injury on your body and no recollection of how it got there? Does it ever feel like there is a fire or cold, bitter cold traveling up or down your limbs? Has a person you hated disappeared without a trace? Or had a strange accident? Have you found that when you have strong emotions for something, you suddenly start seeing results even if they aren't in your favor? Do you find it easy to hide from others? Almost like you're not there? I know, some of these, they're very vague, aren't they? But these stones help to extract the real answers I seek behind each and every question. Emotional reactions. However, I do agree that we should get straight to business, now that I've acquired a certain, understanding about you. Are you aware that you have a natural ability with magic? You underestimate yourself. You're not just a little better or a little different. I'm sure you feel that surge of magical energy flowing through your body. The tingles that creep up and down your spine as this place draws power from you day in and day out. Play coy all you want, but it's a fact that there is power lingering behind those eyes of yours. Just how long have you shown this natural ability? I see. Interesting. That's enough of that for now. I've seen what you pause on, what your mind races over, and the emotions that bubble up on certain questions. You're a unique one, to say the least. And it's time to test what that mind of yours can do. Oh, don't you worry. We have many more questions to cover. But first, we're going to take a step back and take a little trip into what's going on inside. Find out what you're really burying in that head of yours, deep, deep down. Close your eyes. Trust me. You can either close them yourself, or I can have you temporarily blinded. One involves more time and pain than the other. Very good. Now, breathe in and slowly, very slowly, release that breath. Do this again, slower this time. As you do, you're going to start slowly feeling the effects of the spells I've put you under. You're going to feel yourself fading away in a state between sleep and meditation. Your muscles untensing and your mind unraveling. And as it does, we'll be taking a brief look inside. And together, we'll help to confirm where your true potential lies. Now, breathe in deep one more time. And don't struggle against the pressure pouring through your surface thoughts. If you do, you may never wake up. And we don't want that. So, let's begin.